I think when we think about ourselves and think about our own fears of, oh, we may lose I may lose my baby, or may lose their attention or anything like that, we're holding them back. Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Nyla, Coach Nyla, one of the founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as co-author of Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. And this video is a one in a series of videos about what about the children in polygyny, because we've gotten so many questions about children in polygyny. Like, how do you get them to transition properly? How do you not allow them to be traumatized by polygyny? I've heard that, which we're going to get into that in another video, because that's an interesting concept about trauma in polygyny. So totally another video for another time. And stuff like that, things like about, how do you transition them into meeting their co-wife? What about the polygyny dynamic? How do you get them to understand that? Different questions like that. This video is going to discuss your children meeting your co-wife. So, and one of the things is, am I sabotaging that? Am I standing in the way of my children meeting my co-wife, or getting to know my co-wife, or establishing a relationship with my co-wife? Because whether we believe it or not, or whether we are aware of it or not, the children gravitate to the mother. The children, they are carried by the mother, they're nourished by the mother, nurtured by the mother, a lot of things like that. Yes, fathers do the other things, and they connect with them and everything like that, and bond with the children too. However, we know that the kids are around the mother a whole lot more. Our husband make the comment about how the mothers are the superstars, and dads are like the supporting actors or something. So, which is funny, but it's true. When you look at it, for the most part, it's true. So, um, depending on how the mother takes polygyny, I guess I should say, or that's what I will say, for lack of a better word, is how the children will take to polygyny. And that's how they will be probably at first, until they really start growing into their own and start figuring out life and figuring out things the way they want to figure it out. And then they start to see it through their own eyes. But for first and foremost, they see it through mom's eyes, or they see it how mom is, responding or reacting to polygyny. And seeing that from time to time and time again, and I've seen that sometimes, we can get in the way of our children establishing a relationship with our co-wife. And that's regardless of if you are an initial wife with children and your husband marries again, or if you are an incoming wife that already have children, and or an incoming wife that happened to have children in with your husband, and you guys just have not gotten together, and the children have not gotten together. Those are different dynamics that have happened. And we have to realize that we can be standing in the way of our children getting to know each other, as well as getting to know, our co-wives, their step parent or bonus parent or bonus mom. And how we do that, first ask ourselves that, am I getting in the way? Is this something that I'm doing that's not allowing them to speak to, to speak to them, whether it's speaking to them or asking them questions or getting to know them, or, things like that. And one of the things is that, we're not giving that okay. Sometimes our children may need that okay. They need the, hey, how about you call your call your co-wife, I swear. Maybe you should call your stepmom or your bonus mom, and see how she's doing. Just say hey or something like that. Initiate a conversation type of thing. That is a way of even subtly allowing children to say, oh, okay, that sounds good, because they're not thinking about that. That's not a thing that will just go into their heads. But if we initiate that, it's subconsciously, or yeah, subconsciously, unconsciously, whatever, subconsciously, I guess that's the word, telling our children that, hey, it's okay to reach out. Hey, I am okay with, you seeing how she's doing. It's not making me feel bad. I'm not, I don't feel that you're losing love for me because you're seeing if she's okay. Because sometimes that's what the children are thinking, and they don't want that. They like, I don't want my mom to feel bad. I don't want my mom thinking that I'm choosing this person over them. I don't want, my mom, like I said, when it comes down to it, it's about the mom. It's about the mom. I remember my oldest son. My oldest son loved, my kids, they love my co-wife. But my oldest son, he's the oldest. So he understood, like, he was old enough just to understand, the dynamic of polygyny. He was old enough for me to explain stuff in a different way to him. And, letting him know that, this is another person, in his life that he can go to and that he can talk to, and these different things like that. And he just adores her, and he checks up on her. He sends her like little art, because they have this artistic bond. My daughter has it too with her, so they're doing some stuff together too. I'm tell you that a little bit later. However, they have this artistic bond. So he'll take some pictures. He may send them to her, or connect. Like, they connect on social media. These different things like that, and it's so beautiful to me. It's so beautiful to me to know that he has this other person that shares his love for art, that shares his interests, that he can go talk to, and everything like that. And I would never want to get in the way of that. However, I still had to make him confident and comfortable enough to know that he can do that, because he will look to me. He was like, well, I don't want to make, I don't want my mom to feel bad because this is who I'm going to, and I'm going to her instead of her, type of thing. I never right out said it to him, but what I told him is that, hey, she does art, or hey, blah, blah, blah. How about you ask her? How about you this and that? And that gave the okay. Everything else just moved forward from there. It was that type of thing. When it comes to reaching out on different type of social media, or reaching out, whether it's, hey, you call her, wish her, happy birthday, or hey, you wish her, you say hey, or Ibu Barak, or anything like that. It's just giving them that little nudge. Same thing with she and my daughter, because my two oldest children are not by Coach Nadir. So for those who are not familiar with the story, we got hundreds of hours of video, and everything like that. But as stated in a number of videos, I was a single mom twice around, married before I entered into polygyny. So I have a son and a daughter outside of polygyny, before I got married. And polygyny, I just say that because guys are twisting and turning into something else. However, my daughter there, she sees the different art that my co-wife, Coach Fatima, does. And guys, if you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Beautiful art. And my daughter was like, I wonder how she does that. I want to learn how to do this. And I said, ask her. Ask her how she do it. And now she's teaching my daughter how to do this stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So we got to make sure we are not standing in the way of our children getting to know our co-wives, getting to know this other person in their life that can bring them so much fulfillment. I think when we think about ourselves and think about our own fears of, oh, we may lose I may lose my baby, or may lose their attention, or anything like that, we're holding them back. We're keeping something away from them that can be so great. So we have to think about the bigger picture. We have to think about the benefits, not about our own selfish reasons. And as I stated before, it may not be intentional. I mean, we have people that do it in an intentional way, but we also don't think about it. We don't think twice about it. It just be, well, this is my baby is, and I love being around them. And if somebody else, are around them, whether it's more than me or as much as me or anything like that, I don't know, where my place will be or anything like that. I mean, I've heard it. I felt it on a number of occasions when if there's someone that was in my child's life that could do things that I couldn't do, it will get me a little, I'll feel a little inferior, feel a little insecure, but they wouldn't know that. I wouldn't let them know that. I would deal with it on my own because that's something that I need to work on. That's a me problem, not a them problem. And I wouldn't give them that problem to deal with. So if they learned it, they learned it when I got over it, when I grew up, got emotionally mature in that situation and that, type of feeling, and got over it, grew up and all that other good stuff. So, I really like that. I like that I can sit back and say, you know what, I can handle this. Is this bigger than me? Am I making it bigger than what it really is? Is it my own selfish reasons? So we have to ask ourselves those questions. Is it my selfish reasons? Am I being selfish? Am I standing in the way of their growth? Am I standing in the way of fulfillment for them because of my own insecurities? And then figure out how you can give them that nudge. Because maybe sometimes they may just be a little nervous and not want to do it because it's like, well, this is uncharted, territory. I don't know how to do it. And then just, find a way to help them through it, because this is another person in their family. This is another person that they could come to. This is actually a person that you both can come together and have a meeting of the minds and make their lives a whole lot better, in addition to their father, of course. But a lot of the issues lie between the wives. And when the issues lie between the wives, the children start to suffer. The family starts to suffer. So we want to make sure that, we are better within ourselves and we are not standing in the way of our children's fulfillment and our children getting to know other people that can bring that into their lives. So inshallah, you guys got some good information from this. Yeah, inshallah, you got some good information from this. I don't know why my voice really went high that way. And until next time, make sure you are growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe and be part of the notification gang and hit that bell so you do not miss an episode on our channel. Until next time, assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways outstanding personal relationships can help you.
One is by following us on our social medias. Follow us on IG at Outstanding Relationships and on Facebook and YouTube at Outstanding Personal Relationships. And make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Number 2, make sure you head over to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and subscribe to the email list. From there, you will get downloads as well as updates, any and all updates. And you also get an update on the release of our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny, Uncensored.
Number 3, if you are serious about polygyny relationships and really developing fulfillment and happiness, make sure you register for our Relationship Mastery Inner Circle, which is members only, which includes downloads. It includes access to us live on a weekly basis. So that's at outstandingpersonalrelationships.com/RM. We'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
Peace.